Football is a very passionate sport. And the fans are some of the most passionate fans of any sport in the world. But sometimes that passion makes those fans take things to a whole different level. Here's 15 times football fans went too far. At number 15, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic invading the pitch. But oh wait, that's not Zlatan. That's just a fan who looks a lot like Zlatan running onto the pitch to go meet the real Zlatan. But the Swedish giant wasn't in the mood to see his doppelgangers, so he just shoved him aside. And that fan wasn't letting go easily, man. He held on to Zlatan like his life depended on him. Like it was a scene from Titanic. They're trying to hold on. It took a steward taking him down SmackDown style for the fan to leave Ibrahimovic alone. Now the fans at number 14 didn't run onto the pitch. But what they did from the Wembley stands was just unacceptable. The fans really pointed a laser in Schmeichel's face when he was facing a penalty from Harry Kane. The atmosphere should be enough to give a visiting keeper anxiety, but pointing a laser in his face? That's just taking things too far, man. Pointing a laser seems like an angelic thing to do, though, when you compare it to what these fans did at number 13. They really threw firecrackers from the stands into the pitch. Bro, just look how dangerous that looks. They absolutely did not care who got hurt, and I still don't even know why they did that. Like, what's even the point, dude? I mean, also, what's even the point of this at number 12? Like, why did these fans think it was okay to even bring these things into the stadium in the first place? Now, you know the fans really went too far when the match had to be stopped and the police had to march onto the pitch to control the situation. We now march on to number 11, which happened during the famous North London Derby. You know how the atmosphere usually is when Arsenal face off against Spurs, but on this day, an Arsenal fan took it too far. Someone in the stands, they threw something on Dele Alli's head. I mean, come on! I'll be honest with you. Yeah, Alli handled this pretty well. He just revenged by taunting the Arsenal fans, reminding them that they were still losing 2-0. And speaking of taunts, you should absolutely check out this video of the most disrespectful taunts in football history. No, for real. Click it. You'll see that even Dele Alli's got nothing on these guys. Anyway, you see what that Arsenal fan did to Dele Alli. There's a former Premier League player you just can't try that with. And that's Dimitri Payet in our number 10. When the opposing fans threw a bottle at him during a match, he immediately retaliated by throwing it back. And if you think that first fan went too far by throwing the bottle down at Payet, watch what happened after the player threw it back. The fans literally ran into the pitch and a whole brawl broke out. It was so bad that the match had to be suspended. And I'm still trying to decide which situation was worse, number 10 or number 9 when Fekir took off his shirt and caused a huge brawl in the stadium. I mean, when Messi did this at the Bernabeu, it didn't cause this much uproar. Why were the Saint Etienne fans so mad about it? And don't get me wrong, I know that celebration can get you really mad if you're the opposition, but running into the pitch to fight, that's just going way too far, man. But, as bad as that was, it has nothing on the fans in number 8. These guys slowly trooped into the field of play until every inch was covered. No, seriously, look at it. This right here looks like a sold-out concert. It's a football game. I mean, it doesn't look like it was a fight or anything going on, but seriously, being in the middle of that pitch at that moment must have been an absolute nightmare. But could we really talk about pitch invasions without mentioning the 2019 Champions League final? Kinsey Wolanowski, the beautiful Russian model who lit up Liverpool versus Tottenham in 2019, is in our number 7. Of course, disturbing the course of the match by running into the pitch, it's not appropriate, don't do it. But I won't lie, man. We sort of needed her that day because that final was so boring. Probably the most boring Champions League final I've ever watched. Kinsey running into the pitch was literally the most interesting moment in the entire 90 minutes. Yes, she took things too far stripping and running into the pitch like that, but this is one I can't complain about. And it may have been Liverpool who got the trophy that night, but it was Kinsey who was talked about all night into the following morning. The 2.3 million followers she earned in just 18 hours was evidence of that. But soon after she ran into the pitch, we found out that it was her boyfriend, Vitaly, who put her up to it. And that boyfriend makes up our number 6 moment when fans went too far. Because when Vitaly ran into the pitch pretty much half naked in a tense World Cup final game between Argentina and Germany in 2014, everyone knew instantly that that was going too far. But you think that was too far? Take a look at this kid in number 5, jump into the pitch and straight up run to hug Suarez. I mean, that's cool. That's normal. And then made a gesture like he was worshiping the Uruguayan. It's honestly still kind of cool, but what he did immediately after that was just, I can't even say what that was. Just take a look at it for yourself. I mean, that was surely going too far. Too far. Don't you think? And were the stewards in on it? Because it just seems like they didn't even disturb the pervert till he finished the show. They literally just waited for him to finish and come to them. Nah, I gotta go wash my eyes. I'll be right back. Anyway, this fan in number 4 went too far with both the invasion and the means by which he invaded. This kid didn't just break into the football pitch during a Euro 2020 game, he dropped in from a parachute. And this ended up not being as cool as the pitch invader planned it, because he ended up not only disrupting the game, but he also injured some fans in the process. I mean, I get that the kid was trying to protest and all that, but nah, this was going way too far, bro. And speaking of protest, Borussia Dortmund fans on our number 3 throw hundreds of tennis balls into the pitch as a form of protest. Again, I love a good protest, trust me, but stopping your own players from playing when they can't even do anything about the issue, I don't know about that. But you know what? That's literally nothing compared to our number 2 moment when fans went too far. Nah, take a look at this. Real Betis fans threw stuffed toys into the field to play. Not 1, not 2, but thousands. It was literally raining dolls in Seville that night. Bro, the fans group chat must have been going up into flames the night before. Like, yo, you guys are pulling up to the stadium tomorrow with your toys, right? Oh, yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna shut down the stadium, bro. I'm pulling up with my old SpongeBob doll. SpongeBob? Boy, this ain't no joke. I'm pulling up with my kid bro's Annabelle doll. Gotta really spook them, you know? Anyway, I don't know if the Real Betis fans ended up spooking the players at the stadium that day, but for sure these fans over at Denmark did. And that's why they made it to our number 1. I mean, we've seen guys run into the pitch, throw water bottles, throw tennis balls, and even stuffed dolls. But these fans went way too far by throwing dead animals into the football pitch. I mean, how? Just how were you able to store up dead rats to bring to the stadium just to throw them onto the pitch? First of all, you must be a really repulsive person to do that. And secondly, just why? To what end? And I know this is beside the point, but I really hope that steward threw away those gloves right after touching those dead rats. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find that steward to ask him to stay on standby with that dead rat. If you don't click on that video in the center of your screen right now, he'll be ordered to throw that into your house. And trust me, you don't want to try me. I've got the steward on speed dial. Come on, just go ahead and click it. Yeah, that's right. Hey, why are you still here, gay? You should already be watching that video. Yeah, I got my eyes on you. Now go.